We're very, very, very privileged to have this next gentleman at our banquet. We tried to get him as our guest speaker this evening, but he had a prior commitment with the SCCA group, the St. Louis Region SCCA group. He was a guest speaker at their banquet. This gentleman has raced sports cars. He was on a team with Jeff Clinton and Jeff Tillman. He is now the new owner of what was Gateway International. It is now Gateway Motorsports Park. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Francois. Curtis, will you come forward, please? Thank you. I want to thank Curtis for doing, now this is another stop for Curtis. This is one stop of three. He's got a birthday party to go to next, is that right? And
That's right.
Whose party?
My sister's turning 50 today.
Oh boy, you got to get to that one, don't you?
Absolutely, and I'm hosting the party.
Oh, you're the MC of that too. What a night for you, Curtis.
It's a good night.
It's a good night, that's right. And it's a good time for the drag racers. I grew up on dirt and also drag raced many years ago, Alton, Nashville, you know, when he had those tracks, and did some announcing for Bob Geisha when he was involved with Gateway. But I can tell you, you have made hundreds of people happy. The drag race community is really, really pumped about you coming back next year, well now 2012.
Well, Mike, thanks. You know, we are really excited to be involved with Gateway. You know, when I got involved in racing 21 years ago, and I joined the SCCA and was talking to those guys, I thought, you know, the last thing, whatever happened, that I would have been standing up and talking to them and saying, hey guys, we're at Gateway and that I'm running the show. That's not that anything that was in my dreams, but it clearly is a dream for me to be at the track, to be a local guy, and bringing a local flavor to drag racing and all kinds of racing here in St. Louis.
Can you share with us how this all started?
You know, it's a long story, and I don't want to take all night, but I'll give you the abbreviated version. You know, we started looking at the track in October of 2010, and just chased it all through until last summer, and got close to having a deal put together, and just realized we needed some more time, and so we did the deal where we leased it for a year, and then we're purchasing in October, you know, the doors just keep opening for us, and that's why it's happening. We're walking through the doors that are open for us, and it just seems like it's the plan that's made to be. The local guy owns Gateway.
Well, that's outstanding. Opening day, I believe, is sometime in March? In
March, we have just a tech session, I think, early March, but I think our very first event is going to be a test and tune on March 17th.
You know what? Anybody know what day that is? St. Patrick's Day. Congratulations. You're going to have a green drag strip or something like that? That would be fantastic, Curtis. That would be fantastic. And of course, then the big one at the end of the season. I mean, you got a lot of stuff. You got the Chevys coming back, you got the Fords coming back, you got the Black Drag Racing Association coming back. All great shows, but the big one at the end of the year. You
know, the big one at the end of the year is just neat. I think kind of to back up on, you know, how we got involved with this, when the opportunity came up that it looked like that we might get a deal done, Tom Compton and I wound up going to Indianapolis together and got to know him well and realized what a stand-up guy is. And he said, if you do it, I'll come. And it was a handshake deal. And we don't get those too often anymore. And so we moved forward, and obviously they're coming back in September the 28th. We think that is just a great time to have a drag race at Gateway.
Well, congratulations on that. What about the weekly program? Can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, the weekly program is extremely important to us. You know, we just look at things, I think, through a different set of glasses than what the previous owner did. I think their business model out there, and I get it, was to drive people 3 or 4 times a year through the gates. And we're 180 degrees different from that. We're grassroots, and we believe that by energizing and enabling the weekly drags and all of the grassroots racing that can happen out there is how we build a strong foundation for the track. And so we're going to be racing weekly, and we're going to be racing as often as it makes sense to do it.
Well, I can tell you, I know some quarter-mile racers, and I know how much money they spent going to Indianapolis, because every time they came back, they tell me they are so happy that you guys are here. I want to congratulate you on a great move. I wish you the best of success. That place has always been gold, and I want you to continue to make that place a golden place to race.
You know, Mike, we will. I feel the same way. It is just it's a neat spot and a neat location with the best racing fans in the country right here in the St. Louis region. And clearly NHRA realized that. They reached out and said, we want to be back, and it's people like you guys that are the reason why we're back open.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Francois.